Semiconductor is what? Semiconductor basically a material which can conduct electricity in the presence of certain condition only. It's not like कि any time it can conduct electricity like conductor. Okay, conductor can conduct electricity always, but semiconductor only at a certain condition can conduct electric current. Okay, that's why it is called as semiconductor, which is made up of a metalloids. Usually the conductors are made up of metals and insulators are mostly non-metals, and the semiconductor made up of metalloids like silicon, germanium, all those. Okay, so this is what we call semiconductor, offer resistance to movement of charges which is between conductor and non-conductor. So it is a material like when you provide condition, when you provide temperature, condition में भी temperature ले लेते हैं, ठीक है. जब हम temperature देंगे then it conduct electricity, and when we are not providing any temperature then it will not conduct electricity. Clear? The process where excess charge from a body or object goes to ground by touching the charge carrying conducting body to earth is called earthing or grounding. Now what do you mean by earthing and grounding? Like suppose our body is what? Conductor. Okay, and if electricity passes from our body, okay, so from our body when the electric charges are transferred to the earth, right, that condition is considered as a earthing or grounding. All right, now here again we have some points related to your electric charges only. When insulating surface, now what is insulating surface? A surface which is not able to conduct electricity. Okay, insulating surface is a surface which is not able to conduct electricity. So when insulating surface are rubbed against each other, a static charge is developed. Now this term is very important. Static charge is developed which get discharged after getting in contact with a conductor. Now guys, see, what do you mean by static charge? A charge which will not move. ठीक है, स्टैटिक चार्ज हम किसे कहेंगे? वो चार्ज जो खुद से मूव नहीं करते हो, जो एक ही जगह पे स्टिल हैं, उनको स्टैटिक चार्ज कहते हैं. ठीक है. नाउ व्हेन इंसुलेटिंग सरफेस are rubbed against each other, suppose you have a two insulator and you started rubbing the two insulators with each other, a static charge is developed which get discharged after getting in contact with a conductor. Now if suppose here you have two insulating surface, you rubbed with each other, now what happened? A charged static charge develop. Now once this insulating surface touches the conductor, right, once it touches the conductor, then what happened? The charges transfer to the conductor, right? This is what we call insulating surface, and the charges, this surface get discharged. Only one of the two charges get developed on rubbing, either positive or negative. So it's not like कि one surface will get both the charges. ठीक है, ऐसा नहीं हो सकता है कि it will get both the charges, positive or negative. It will get only one type of charge, either positive or negative charge. Like here, either positive or negative. Okay. An object becomes positively charged when it loses the electrons and the another object. The other object gains electron and gets negative charges, right? For an example, here let us see. Here we have two glass rod, right? What we have? Two glass rod. Now the two glass rod rubbed with a silk. Okay, the two glass rod rubbed with a silk cloth. Okay, get electrified with charges of same polarity. Now what happens? Suppose this is a silk cloth and these two are what? These two are glass rod. These two are your glass rod, right? So suppose you just took a silk cloth and start rubbing this rod. Again, you start rubbing this rod. So now what happened? Both will get same type of charge. Suppose if from silk the electrons started transferring, if the silk electron started transferring, then both will become what? Negatively charged. And when both become negatively charged, same charges always repel each other. Okay, same charges always repel each other. So as you bring together these two glass rod, they started repelling each other. ये एक दूसरे से दूर भागेंगे. All right. Now here you have another example. Now you have a glass rod and a plastic rod. Now suppose this is your glass rod and this is your plastic rod. All right, so now what happened, guys? One glass rod and one plastic rod. Again you started rubbing both the rod with silk cloth. Okay, so now what happened? Again with silk get electrified. Again these rod get electrified. Now suppose after rubbing with silk, this will get negatively charged and this will get a positive charge. Okay, this will get a positive charge. Then what happened? They started, since they are opposite charges, so they started attracting each other. All right, so what we can say, they attract each other. This is one of the property of charge. Like charges repel each other, opposite charges attract each other. Okay, see, today we are just going to talk about only the basics.
अब एग्जाम की तैयारी को और बेहतर करने के लिए हमारे चैनल को लाइक, शेयर और सब्सक्राइब करना ना भूलें।